Talk to me about pressure. Because in the corporate world especially, we often hear people minimise stress. I hear this a lot at the moment, Walsh, now that we're back into hybrid, and companies will have 3 different environments. They'll have the home, working from home, they'll have the office, and then they'll have a hub sometimes in between. And it's hard because people are changing their brain pathways, like, am I at work? Am I at home? Do I wear pants? And then pressure's bad. I often hear, take pressure away. I'm like, no, pressure. Like, coming from a sporting background as an athlete, then physical conditioning, and now like you doing mental skills, pressure's your friend. Give us your definition of pressure.
I think it's mostly a physiological response to potential failure. That's how I feel.
Physiological response to potential failure.
Yeah, because I think you feel pressure. You feel pressure. I don't think you have a concept of pressure. So, like, if we were to do a public speaking exercise for someone uncomfortable, yeah, they might have muddled thoughts and find it hard to get clear. But what they're mostly experiencing is why are my palms so sweaty? Why is my heart beating?
Why is my voice sounding like
this?
Yeah.
Why is all that happening? And I think it goes back to, my mate Owen Eastwood's work on belonging. I think the pressure has its origin.
Gosh, I wish I'd written that book.
Yeah.
Owen will send this to you, the link.
I know.
We are envious.
It's a reference point for so many things.
It's beautiful.
So as far as it relates to pressure, I think when we have a sense that failure could end in rejection, which is a lack of belonging, and we need to belong to survive, then the stakes are elevated because we're tapping into that ancient worry that we will be alone. I think isolation, we don't talk about enough, like social and physical isolation as a real driver of fear is massive.
Well, COVID showed that.
Yeah, if we get it wrong, we get rejected. If we get rejected, we get isolated. If we get isolated, we die. That's the history of humanity. Isolation equals death. So anything that has the potential to isolate you from a people that are meaningful to you will create pressure. So whether that's, if you miss this kick, you no longer get selected. If you stuff up this presentation, you no longer will be part of this team. If you let down your kids, you won't be a good parent. Like, whatever it is, if your kids don't perform well at school, then, your family isn't well represented. So, and I agree with what you said at the start, is like one of our biggest problems with our young people today, by far, is the idea that well-being is insulating them from pressure rather than well-being is helping them overcome pressure. Because from a neurological sense, one of the biggest releases of dopamine is overcoming difficult things.
Absolutely.
It's one of our greatest enhancers of well-being. So why would we remove hardship out of our well-being model?
Any workshop I've done, any corporate program, any of the media, if you ever ask people, what are you most proud of? It's not the easy stuff.
No, it's hardship.
Yeah.
It's hard because there is a line, like with mental health, like there's a line between experiencing and navigating through and growing from pressure and being overwhelmed and devastated by pressure.